You come home after a long day. The world outside was loud, chaotic, and demanding. But the moment you step through that door, something shifts. There, in the soft afternoon light filtering through your window, sits your ragdoll. Those ocean blue eyes find yours. And in that single glance, you feel it. A warmth that asks for nothing. A presence that simply says, I'm here. I've been waiting, and I love you. But here's what breaks my heart in the most beautiful way. We think we understand love. We think we know what devotion looks like. Yet sometimes, we walk right past the quietest, most profound expressions of it. Because your ragdoll doesn't shout their love, they whisper it in gestures so gentle. You might miss them if you're not paying attention. And you deserve to know. You deserve to see what's been there all along. What if I told you that beneath those soft blue eyes and that cloud-like fur, your ragdoll has been speaking a language of love so tender, so sincere, that it could heal the hardest of days? What if every little thing they do is a love letter written in silence? Today, I want to share with you 5 sweet ways ragdolls show their gentle love. And I promise you, by the end of this, you'll see your furry companion with completely new eyes. You'll understand the depth of what they've been trying to tell you all along. So take a breath. Settle in, and let's discover together the quiet poetry of a ragdoll's heart. Number 1. The flop of trust. You reach down to pick them up. And instead of tensing, instead of preparing to jump away, your ragdoll does something extraordinary. They go completely limp, like a silk scarf sliding through your fingers, like snow melting into water. Their body surrenders into your arms with a weight that somehow feels lighter than air. This is the famous ragdoll flop. And it's not just adorable, it's sacred. Because here's what that means. In the wild, going limp is vulnerability. It's the ultimate risk. Every instinct in a cat's body tells them to stay alert, stay ready, stay protected. But your ragdoll, they turn off every single defense mechanism. They hand you their entire being and say, without words, I trust you with all of me. Think about that for a moment. In a world where trust is earned slowly, where walls are built high, your ragdoll collapses every barrier. They become weightless in your care. And that limp, soft body draped across your arms, that's not just relaxation. That's complete and utter faith. That's love in its purest, most defenseless form. When they flop into you, they're telling you that you are their safe place. You are home. And there is no greater compliment a soul can give. Number 2. The quiet follow. You get up to make coffee. They follow. You move to another room to fold laundry. They follow. You go upstairs, downstairs, to the bathroom to check the mail. And every single time, without announcement, without demands, there they are, padding softly behind you. A gentle shadow made of fur and devotion. This isn't clinging. This is companionship in its most beautiful form. Your ragdoll doesn't follow you because they need something from you. They follow because they want to be with you, not in front of you, demanding attention. Not meowing for food or play, just ... there, in the same room, breathing the same air, existing in your presence. There's something almost holy about this kind of love. It doesn't announce itself, it doesn't perform. It simply shows up again and again in the quiet spaces of your day. While you're working, they're curled nearby. While you're reading, they've claimed the spot next to you. While you're cooking, they're watching from the counter with those patient, adoring eyes. They're telling you something profound. Your presence is enough. Just being near you fills my heart. And a world that constantly asks us to be more, do more, prove more. Your ragdoll loves you for simply being. And they prove it by choosing your company over and over, in every small moment of the day. Number 3. The gentle head bump. You're sitting on the couch, lost in thought. And then you feel it, soft, deliberate, your ragdoll's forehead pressing gently against your hand, against your cheek, against your knee. It's not aggressive, it's not demanding. It's tender, like a whispered secret only you're meant to hear. And often, it comes with something even more precious. The slow blink. Those blue eyes close, soft and slow, like a flower folding at dusk, then open again, gazing at you with such warmth it could melt glaciers. Do you know what this means? In cat language, the slow blink isn't I love you. It's trust. It's affection. It's vulnerability wrapped in a gesture so simple, we almost miss its weight. And when your ragdoll combines it with that gentle head bump, they're doing something incredible. They're marking you as theirs, but not in a possessive way. In a way that says, you belong to my heart. You are part of my world. You are mine to love, and I am yours. That soft pressure against your skin is their way of mingling their scent with yours, of creating an invisible bond that says, we are connected, and every time they do it, they're renewing a promise that you are cherished, that you matter, that in their quiet, gentle way, they have chosen you as their person. Feel that next time they press their head to yours. That's not just a bump. That's a vow. Number 4. The patient waiter getting ready to leave for work. Your ragdoll doesn't cry. They don't knock things over in protest. Instead, they sit near the door, near the window, on that spot where they can see you leave. And something in their stillness breaks your heart and heals it at the same time, because they're not trying to stop you. They're just there, bearing witness to your departure, holding space until you return. And here's the part that might make you tear up. When you come home, hours later, they're often in that same spot, or near it, as if they've been keeping vigil, as if the world kept spinning, but they stayed anchored, waiting for the moment you'd walk back through that door. This is loyalty, not the loud kind, not the kind that demands recognition, but the steady, quiet kind, the kind that doesn't waver even when no one's watching. Your ragdoll has learned your rhythms. They know when you leave, when you return, the sound of your car, your footsteps, your key in the lock, and they wait, with a patience that could teach us all something about love. They don't guilt you for leaving. They don't punish you with distance when you return. They simply accept the ebb and flow of your life, and they love you through all of it. That quiet vigil, that's them saying, I understand, and I'll be here always. There's a certain kind of heartbreak in being loved this steadily, because you realize you're not just their owner. You're their world, and they trust that you'll always come back. Point 5. The soft paw touch. You're focused on something, your laptop, your book, your phone, and then, gently, you feel it. A soft paw on your arm, no claws, no urgency, just a tender tap once, twice, as if to say, excuse me, I'm here, and I'd like a moment of your heart, if you can spare it. This might be the sweetest thing a ragdoll does, because they could demand. Cats are known for knocking things over, meowing loudly, and inserting themselves between you and whatever has your attention. But not your ragdoll, they ask, politely, softly, with a touch so gentle it feels like a feather brushing your skin. That velvet paw reaching out is a question, not a command. It's them saying, can I have you right now? Just for a little while. And the beauty is in the gentleness. They don't want to intrude. They don't want to disrupt. They just want a connection. A moment of your gaze. A scratch behind the ears. A whispered word of affection. Something small that means the world to them. This is love that respects your space but still asks for yours. Love that's confident enough to reach out, yet humble enough to do it softly. And when you respond, when you put down what you're doing and give them that moment, you can almost see the contentment in their eyes, the quiet joy of being seen, being chosen, being loved back. Your ragdoll doesn't take your attention for granted. They treasure it. And every soft paw touch is a gentle reminder, we're in this together. And I cherish every moment you give me. Love doesn't always roar. Sometimes it purrs. Sometimes it follows you quietly from room to room. Sometimes it flops into your arms and trusts you with its entire being. Sometimes it waits by the window, patient and faithful, until you come home. And sometimes the deepest love is found not in grand gestures, but in the small, tender, everyday acts of devotion that ask for nothing in return. Your ragdoll has been loving you this way all along, in their gentle head bumps, in their soft paw touches, in the way they choose your presence over everything else. They don't love loudly. They love deeply, quietly, truly. And maybe that's the kind of love we all need more of. The kind that doesn't perform. The kind that simply shows up. The kind that says, through actions instead of words, you are my safe place, my home, my heart. So tonight, when your ragdoll curls up beside you, take a moment. Look into those blue eyes. Feel the weight of their trust. And know that you are loved by a gentle soul who has chosen you, completely and forever. And that, my friend, is something truly special. Which of these sweet gestures surprised you the most? Or maybe you've noticed another gentle way your ragdoll shows their love. Share your story in the comments below. I'd love to hear how your furry companion speaks their heart to you. And if this video made you see your ragdoll in a new light, consider subscribing because there's so much more to discover about these beautiful souls. And I want to explore it all with you. And remember, you are loved deeply, gently,